Okay, hi. This is Voice Teacher Reacts, and I'm Renee Urbanovich. Thanks for joining. Somebody told me to do a Voice Teacher Reacts on Ben Platt, who I've heard many times, and who is kind of an icon in the musical theater world because of his amazing vocals. And so here we go. We're going to do that. But before I do, I just want to remind you that my course is live, Singing the Magic Method. It is a comprehensive explanation of your instrument, and it gives you very easy exercises so that you can execute any note that you want to. It's linked in the description, so get to it if you want to sing, express yourself, and make the world a better place with your voice. Okay, here we go with Ben Platt. And as much as I don't want to admit it, this is my song. It's from Liza Minnelli, who was one of my favorite singers and one of my heroes, Judy Garland, her mother. So that dates me just a little bit. But the last time I ever sang, I was 60, and I chose this song because it pumps in my blood. And I was a little ashamed because I'm so dramatic. And I thought, nobody does it this way anymore. But now that I just turned this on, I haven't even heard it. He's got this big cape thing on. It looks like it's going to be dramatic. So I won't feel so bad. I'll feel like I was in good company. All right, Ben, what have you got for me?
That's better.
So 70s. He's making fun.
Maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time he'll stay. Maybe this time, for the first time, love won't hurry away.
Dramatic.
He will hold me fast. I'll be home at last. Not a loser anymore, like the last time and the time before.
Ow! Okay, so because of the nature of the song, I'm just going to stop it here before I get completely lost in it. I haven't heard vocals from him that are this, I don't know, playful ever. So he's playing, and I kind of like it. And like I said, I didn't want to be embarrassed that I was so over the top, and I was hoping he'd be over the top. But of course, he's doing it tongue in cheek, and I wasn't really. So you can see that, generation after generation after generation, I'm the middle generation. Judy Garland and Liza Minnelli would have been before me, and now Ben Platt is after me. It's just really cool how we all just stand on each other's shoulders, so to speak, and change something that's been done a million times into something new and fun. So he's doing some, doing some like, they're not licks or trills or riffs. They're just kind of like dissensions, and his rapid vibrato. So he's using these fun devices to just be different, I'm assuming, because they're not commercial. They're not going to be found in a musical theater, in a play, because it draws attention from the character and puts it onto the singer and the singer's instrument, which it's a tricky thing. You're the instrument and you're the singer. That's always tough because you want to feel everything so much, and yet your instrument has to be solid and sturdy. You're doing two separate things. So it's really fun to hear him not play a character and do a little cabaret version of one of my all-time favorite songs, and to hear him playing with vocals like I haven't really heard in years. I mean, I would say in the 30s and 40s, people did a little bit of that. I can't even do it. And the air gets like scatters the vocal cords a little bit, like a rock on a lake. Dig, 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 dig. So it's kind of fun. I want to rewind it and hear it again, but I won't make you hear it again. So I'll do it later. So now I know I'm just going to get completely taken away. He's probably going to stop with all the playfulness and really get into driving it home. Take it home, Ben.
Everybody loves a winner, so nobody loved me. Lady peaceful,
Some yodel.
lady happy, that's what I long to be. Oh, the odds are they're in my favor. Something's bound to begin. It's gotta happen sometime. Maybe this time.
So without overanalyzing it, woohoo! Let's just look at what he did. He's shifting his vowels a little bit, which you kind of have to do. Oh, Lord, he's singing high for a man. That's an A. Yay. I know. I knew he was high. Why am I surprised? But he's almost speaking it. And you know how hard that is at the top of your chest range? He's putting a little warmth into it. And then he says, this time, and I'll win. He fattens up the vowel a little bit. It's still vertical, but it helps it be a little fuller. So sometimes in Broadway and rock, we change the vowel. We distort it a little bit. He did a beautiful job. But he also shoved one of those vowels like up behind his throat, which was masterful and unique. Maybe he's borrowing from classical. I'm not sure. I'd have to hear it again. Let's see what he's doing.
It's gotta happen sometime. Maybe this time.
So he's doing what we call covering on some of the vowels. So you cover it, you darken it, you kind of dunk your larynx, lifts yourself out, whatever. So he's doing it, but he's doing it masterfully. You can't quite hear him going back and forth as much as I can because I'm listening for it. I'm wondering what his tricks are. But I am impressed that he's singing so high and so relaxed, not a lot of tension, and a ton of free, liberated vibrato. Do you hear it? I've heard him before. I don't remember all this vibrato. Maybe it's just for this song. Okay, here we go. Take it home.
Everybody loves a winner, so nobody loves me. Lady peaceful, lady happy, that's what I long to be. All the odds are they're in my favor. Something's bound to begin. It's gotta happen sometime. Maybe this time.
That's how you do it. He held that note and he dropped his head back. Oh, gosh. Okay, so I have so much to say about this. I haven't seen anyone do this in so long. We call that milking it. He's milking it to get the last drop. And I mean, that just gets to me. It's kind of what we did back then for the Broadway tunes, and to hold the audience in the palm of your hand. You would kind of change it up. Now, I've heard a lot of people go, happen sometime, but I didn't hear the and that long, fluid, like trail that he did. I have never heard those things. But to me, when you really take it and you have a great accompanist, and he had a whole band just really waiting and accompanying him and whatever his urge is at that moment. When you have that, you can take on the liberties and you can do stuff that you would never do if the audience wasn't there and if you hadn't rehearsed properly and perfectly. So you take it to a new level. So I could just feel that. He was feeding off of the audience, and they're enamored with his song, and he probably has done it several times, many times, and he wants to change it up a little bit for his fans, and he knows he's being recorded and stuck on YouTube. So he's so playful with it, and he's adding this or adding that. When you have to do something 7 days a week or 5 days a week, twice on Sunday, you don't really change it up that much, but you have to be in perfect shape and you have to make it fresh, right? Every night has to be fresh, like the first time you ever have performed that number, because it might be fresh to me. It might be my first time to Broadway or my first time to a cabaret where you're singing. So it can't feel like old hat. You can't let it be old hat. He made me feel like that was so, so fresh. And one of my favorite things is how connected or in love with the material he is. He is in love with it. It's like he's making love to the song. It's just this interplay, this exchange with the musicians and the song itself. And how can we do this so that it's fresh and felt? I don't know. I don't want to get too into it, but I liked it because I haven't seen it in so long. So kudos to you, Ben Platt. This was so exciting for me. I loved it, and it refreshed me because certain things come in style and then they go. And yet he is borrowing from an old playbook to do things in the same regard and in the same kind of way that we did them. And it still has its magic, doesn't it? I'm sure they just love him and he could do anything and they'd still clap and adore him. But for me, it was a trip back in time, and it was really nice to see a performer like really dig in without shame. Just dig in, because everything doesn't have to be understated anymore. You'll see there has been a trend. Maybe I'll do a Voice Teacher Reacts on the trend of like not even opening your mouth. Why? Even some Broadway singers are acting like indie singers these days. And, there is no right or wrong, is there? There's no right or wrong. There's maybe should and shouldn'ts for health and for impeding a tone or for distracting us from the meat of the song or the meaning of the song. But there is no right or wrong. So you do what's working for you and what feels good to you and what feels good to your audience. And I have to say that felt good to me, and it felt really good for me to hear a Liza Minnelli song that's still alive, because things do get dated. But that song is really a gutsy song, and sometimes we all feel that way. Like maybe this is it. Maybe this is the one-time blah, or maybe it's going to happen this time. I mean, I've tried so many times before. Of course, I'm closer to the thing now, right? It's just a song of hope. And we sort of need that. We need hope. And so music does that for us. Just like when you have to work out, you listen to music because you need a little motivation. You need a little drive. Don't you love that about music? Don't you love that it can inspire you and help drive you towards your full potential? And we are all on the march toward human potential. We are trying to better humanity. We are enjoying music for that reason. And it connects us, and that's what our creativity does. It connects us. So I didn't know that was going to happen. Somebody just referred me to Ben Platt, maybe this time, and it was really special for me, and I loved it, and I hope you did too. So I'll see you next time, but please share, like, and subscribe, and also check out my class, my course, Singing the Magic Method. Thank you. Bye-bye.